So you're overwhelmed with how to reset for the new year. You feel like you're behind and have no idea what to do. Sister, let me be the first to tell you, it is not too late. Do not throw in the towel. In today's video, we are going to do a realistic and productive reset. And the best part is that we are going to do this together. Don't worry, you can do this at any time of the year. 2025 is going to be the year, and this reset routine is exactly how I'm going to be walking in preparation for what's to come. And this reset routine calls for some energy, so make sure you grab yours. This past year was all about getting my life together, and this upcoming year is all about divine acceleration. It's time to leave behind what isn't serving us and what's taking up unneeded space, causing clutter physically and digitally so we can start the year off right. And the best way is to declutter, refresh, and remove. So if you need some motivation to get it done, let's hold each other accountable and do this together, because God is about to do something so big. First, we are going to declutter because my apartment is an absolute mess. So follow along and let's do this together. I made a playlist for this godly reset routine, so let me know in the comments if you want it.
Let me tell you about my Lord and Savior, the one that's great, the one that's great, the Lord and Savior.
Pro tip, start with the area that you are dreading the most. For me, I find that when I actually finish it, I end up having so much energy to do the rest of the stuff. Plus, if you save the thing that you're dreading for last, you probably will end up not doing it at all. Plus, you're gonna feel so accomplished after you finish it, especially if you're someone like me who has been putting it off for the longest time. This is probably one of the cleanest parts of my closet, and that says a lot. Lately, I've been throwing all of my dirty clothes here, and I just have all of my clothes hanging up, which is great. And I put all of my workout clothes here. But whenever I moved, I didn't have anywhere to put my sports bras. So I've just kind of been laying it on top of here, and that really needs to be organized. Plus, a lot of these jeans and pants I don't really wear in here, and it could just be better organized. So these are like my undergarment drawers, which have socks as well, and this just has random stuff in these drawers, so I need to clear those out. Whew. I'm sweating and we just getting started. So sometimes instead of hanging my actual clothes up, I'll get lazy and I'll just set it right here on top of these baskets, which are supposed to be filled with t-shirts. So I'm sure I could have like a better just organization process. And here's a hair clip. An organization process just to make my life easier in my closet. And I would say this is 100% the most dreadful thing, because I don't have a lot of organizational buckets, and I wouldn't necessarily say that I have the funds to just go out and buy a bunch of stuff because it's expensive. So I'm just gonna make use with what I have, and I'm gonna take you along with me in hopes that you can do the same, especially if you're on a low budget right now. One of the things that I would love to do next year is to elevate my style. For the past year, I really haven't bought any new clothes, and that's because I've been trying to be more efficient with what I have, and I didn't fit a lot of my clothes. And so my thought was I was going to lose the weight and get new clothes, but I ended up not losing that much. I lost about 20 pounds, so that's still a good amount, but for the vision that I have. So my thought is that I would put a system in place to help me accomplish the goal of losing weight. And maybe I could do every 10 pounds, I'll go ahead and buy something to put into my closet, because I really want to dress differently than how I do. But at the same time, I do have a lot of nice clothes, so I've just been wearing what I have. And whenever I moved into this apartment, I actually already went through a lot of my clothes and got rid of so much stuff. Like, so many bags of clothes I got rid of, and I'm very thankful that I was able to do that. A huge reason why I didn't hang up my clothes before I cleaned my closet is because there is no point of adding to the mess. It's going to be hard to actually place these things in the right spot when the closet is dirty, which is why I'm sure you can relate. Whenever you're trying to put your clothes away, you're just going to toss them on the top of the ledge or the counter and then leave it until you have time. Okay, we are now at my desk. Every single drawer is so messy. I can't fit anything in it. And this is where I sit every single day. And I piled up a bunch of mail that needs to be opened. So if you have mail piled up in your drawers, it's time to grab it out. Let's go through each and every one and throw away what you don't need. Or else you're just gonna have a stack of mail like me, just piled up somewhere, cluttering up your space. This is the only important mail that I had out of the huge stack. So I hope you guys went through your mail, because I'm so grateful it's done and out the way. doing. My journal prompt for today, it says, in what ways can you bring God into your business or career? Or in what ways have you brought God into your business or career? This is what I've said. I've learned over time what that truly looks like. Doing business in alignment with His will starts with allowing Him to lead and direct us. We do this through true submission and surrender. Asking how? Asking for the answers versus doing it on our own, but also knowing that we have the wisdom and a relationship with Him, so to have trust that He will stop us in our tracks if we are making the wrong decision. So good. I'm in Luke 21, but I want to read you something that I read the other day, and this is Luke 19:26. Yes, the king replied, and to those who use well what they are given, even more will be given. But from those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. So I encourage you, as this new year is approaching, use what the Lord has given you. Leverage what you already have. Leverage the skills you have. Leverage the things that He has already provided you. There are things inside of you that you are probably not even using, whether it's wisdom, whether it's a skill, whether it's that you can do something to help somebody else, or the Lord has told you something to start and you haven't started on it out of fear, out of worry. I want to challenge you to start before the new year, because it says in this word that those who use well with what they are given, even more will be given. And I feel like a lot of times we'll sit and we'll sulk in our situation because we feel like nothing is changing. But the thing that God told us to do, we don't actually do it, and you just don't even know what will happen when you actually give your yes. When you give your yes, that could be the answer that changes everything. And it takes that first step of uncomfortability to really go after and move in alignment with His will. And I really 1000% believe if I never gave that first yes, I would not be where I am today. It was through that yes that led to the next yes, which led to the next. And I am surrendered to the process. And so I'm not saying this to get on to you, but to encourage you that you are capable and that you have it inside of you. There are things that the Lord told me to do that I haven't done, but I'm going to do it before the new year. And specifically, that is to restart my podcast. So I have a podcast and I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. My first video episode where I'm talking in front of the camera, I'm going to be posting it before the year ends. So stay tuned. It is day 2 of this reset routine, and we are doing a physical reset, digital reset, and knocking it out. Basically just doing all the things that we neglected to do this entire year, or whether it was this past month or yesterday. We are getting it done because we are not carrying baggage into the new year. And as you see, I have my greens and purple tea with me because I'm gonna need some energy for what I'm about to do. I have my reset routine template up and I'm on my checklist for the physical reset. So we've already went through my desk, we've done my closet, we've done my junk drawer, which I need you to do your junk drawer because I know you have one in your house where it's just filled with random stuff. I know you saw me pull out that little random squishy toy that was a sandwich in the trash. What I have left for the physical reset is my hallway closet, my car, and my bathroom. And so I know this is gonna take me a few more days, so I'm just trying to even it out where I'm not just overwhelming myself. And so this is to show you that you don't have to do this all in one day, but at least just try to do, even if it's 30 minutes every single day of cleaning. And so I've just been trying to break it up to where I'm not overwhelming myself or just putting too much pressure on myself to get it done, to where this is not a fun process. And then I really want to do my digital refresh first today. I want to go ahead and organize my desktop. I want to remove photos off of my phone. I want to go through my social media. These are all things that I feel like have just been preventing me from really doing the things I need to do on my phone. So as you know, I am a business owner of Made by the Word, and we have a bunch of product on the way here that we have been waiting for. And I'm so grateful because God has just been answering all the prayers, because for a while I had no idea when the order was gonna get here. And so I just asked everyone, I was vulnerable, and I just showed up and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. I have no idea when the journals are gonna get here, and I really appreciate you being so supportive. And so I just asked them to be in prayer with me, and they were, and God answered. So I'm just so happy. But I know when it comes, I'm going to be filming so much content, of course on the camera, but also on my phone, just so I can have a variety of clips, especially because I wanna just show up better on social media this year pertaining to my business and my personal page. So I'm gonna need all the storage that I can get. And I'm moving in expectancy, knowing and believing and having faith that the order will be here this upcoming week. So I'm just trying to prepare now. And if I don't get the physical stuff done today, then that's fine. I just wanna make sure I do that digital reset, and then I'm 100% going to my public storage today to clean it out. If I don't do it this weekend, it's not gonna get done. And I have been avoiding this for so long. I just, you know, when you have something to do and you just work it up in your mind and you overthink it, and then it seems like such a bigger task than it actually is. That's what I feel like I'm doing subconsciously. Like consciously, I'm like, okay, I need to get it done. Like it's really not that big of a deal. But then subconsciously, it's like I do other things instead of actually just knocking it out. So today is the day where we go to my public storage, we clean it out because they're overcharging me and they keep raising the price, and I just have things in there that I do not need. And I'll be doing it by myself, but that's okay. There are so many things that I've done by myself, and it's fine. It's fine. God has given me the strength. If you only knew, like in my past, how much I've moved. Whenever I moved from Seattle to Dallas, I packed up everything on my own. I asked for help. I wasn't able to get it. That's fine. When I moved from Boston to Dallas, I packed up everything by myself and I put it in my car and I came to Dallas. So the thing is, I'm done getting in my own way, and I really hope that this gave you some inspiration of like, okay, I have this one thing that I'm dreading doing, but I'm gonna get it done before the new year. Because if I brought this into the new year, it's just a mindset. It's a mindset. We are not taking the same mindset into the new year. It is 11:48. We are going to put a timer on my iPad so that we know what we're doing on time. I'm setting this public storage in stone first by calling my mom and telling her that I'm gonna do it. Hopefully she answers.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, so I was just calling to tell you that I'm gonna go to my public storage today to clean it.
What time?
Maybe like 3-ish. I don't have an exact time. I just want to go before they close so I can use those little roller thingies.
Okay. I just made plans with Helena, so I gotta figure out.
I mean, you don't have to help if you can't.
But you need it, so what else are you gonna do? I just don't want you to be stuck up there trying to do it all by yourself.
Well, that's nice of you.
Is there a ton of stuff in there, or it's just a little one?
It's not like a ton of stuff. I would say it would probably take me 3 trips to go up, maybe more by myself, just because I wouldn't say my stacking skills are the best. But Also, my car is pretty tiny, so that's why, and they don't have like a trash bin for me to just throw it right away. So if it's by myself, it'll probably take me a few, but if I had your car and my car, I feel like it would just take one.
Okay, well, let's call me mom and see if they're available just to swing by and help load it up. They don't need to like help bring it down, but just like, hey, can we use your car to stick stuff in to take it to Goodwill? So that way it's just like one done, and it doesn't take all the extra time for like driving over, coming back and picking it up and looking it up.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I get rid of this before the new year because it's money being spent.
Good.
Okay, well, thanks for helping. Let me call me mom.
Okay.
Look at God. I was just telling y'all I was doing it by myself.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
I'm gonna do my desktop first because let's say after I finish my storage, I just wanna hang out at my mom's house for a little bit. I can always do my phone stuff like on the road, if that makes sense. Now 1:20. I have cleared out my desktop. I should have showed you what it looked like, but just know it was an absolute mess. I had files all over the screen and now it's empty, and I organized it into 2 folders. So 2024 desktop, which also includes my 2023 desktop, and then I put 2025 desktop. So in 2025, I honestly still have so much more to do. Like, this is gonna take days on days. So I'll just import some other clips so that we can get going with this vlog of me actually finishing this. But I've been going through my downloads, organizing that, deleting stuff. I've been going through my hard drive. Basically, I just have stuff all over the place, and I'm trying to name every single file. I'm trying to put the file in a folder so that when I'm editing content this upcoming year pertaining to YouTube, I want to be able to find things as fast as possible. It's going to make the process just more efficient. And then maybe I'll label some stuff with tags. I don't know. But honestly, like I said, this is going to take me a really long time. But again, it's 1:21. I'm meeting my mom at 3 at my storage unit. So I need to hurry up and get going. And plus, I'm stopping at the coffee shop because someone I went to college with who I was really close with back then, and we used to work on our business stuff together and go to the coffee shop. She actually came to Dallas, so I was just gonna meet up with her, see her, and then I already prayed and I asked the Lord, like, what is my assignment when I go? So I encourage you, if you have people that you're cool with from your past and the Lord allows you to meet up with them, ask the Lord, what is my assignment? Because the thing is, we are a walking testimony, and those are the people who truly know how you were. Like, she knows how I was. She knows that I was obsessed with so many things. I was addicted to things. Like, she knew my lifestyle. We went out together in the past. So I'm not suggesting like to go do that if you're not in the place to do that. But this is someone who I can talk about the Lord with as we've grown. And so I just feel like there is a word that the Lord may want me to share with her. And it could be as small as, hey, Jesus loves you. Or it could be even larger than that. So I'm just trying to be obedient and, you know, worship and abide in the Lord at all times. And that involves with my ministry being the people that I'm closest to, or the people that I know who have known me, or my family. And so if I can't even minister to the people that are around me, then how am I gonna try to minister to thousands of people online? And so yeah, that's my TED talk. So let's go to the coffee shop. I'm kind of debating if I'm gonna bring my DJI Osmo Pocket 2 or if I'm gonna bring this really large camera. But a part of me really wants to bring this camera so that I can really show you the storage unit whenever I go. I don't know, let's see. Also, this is not updated. This is 2023 vision board. But there you can see my organization. So when I go to my files, this is my downloads, so many. This is my hard drive, which again, it's getting there, but. Okay, I really have to hurry. I know I said I had to leave, but I just had the idea. I had the idea to gift her and her sister one of the Best Believe journals. This is the original version that I have, and I have a bunch of these on hand, so I just feel like why not give these away, because it's still such a great and amazing gift. So I need to hurry up and pack these because I'm going to be late. This one. I am guessing right now because, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like because I've watched my mom do this so many times, like I should be okay. Okay, the back is gonna need some work, but okay. Let's get it off the list. But yeah. I figured it out. Anyway, we are here. Let's get it.
I can't remember if I put on deodorant.
Oh. Thanks for coming to help me.
Well, I told BJ and I said, well, you gotta come.
Well, we can't get in, remember, because I can't remember my code.
Huh?
I can't remember what my code is. You know it? No, it's the same code. So is BJ coming?
I asked him if he's still at the gym.
I called him, but he didn't answer me.
He's at the gym.
Oh.
But I messaged him, so I'm emerging. This is go see the manager.
Oh my gosh. That one. Right. It's on this wall. Hold on, I almost ran into this wall. I think it's like the third one over. You passed it. I think it's that third. Yeah. Or, huh? Hold on, I have 2 keys, so this one doesn't work.
Did you bring both of them?
Yeah. I feel like this is too far. Oh. That's hilarious. Okay. This is all that I have. Should I roll it? That's trash. Okay, we have emptied this out. I'm so excited because it's just such a breath of fresh air to get rid of things that were a part of my life when I was living in the world and when all of the traumatic stuff happened to me. So I'm just grateful to be able to get rid of it. I gave my Mima these slippers. And everyone is taking stuff to their cars so that we can do this in one trip. There's a bunch of stuff that I'm taking home and that I'm gonna need to go through and organize before the new year because I don't just wanna take it home and then have piles of stuff. So anyway, this is what we have left. Hello, Mima.
Hi, Mikaela.
Can you give us your favorite Bible verse?
Ooh, our God works all things to the good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose.
Come on. So good.
That's one of my favorites. That's the one that popped into my mind.
Yeah, what's your second favorite?
Not sure. Let's see.
What about the cast your anxieties onto the Lord?
Yeah, cast all your cares on Him because He cares for you.
Mm-hmm.
Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. That it's totally cleaned out because then you won't be wondering, did I leave anything behind? It's a wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day. Oh,
Okay.
I am so thankful because the storage unit is empty and I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to pay for it anymore. And I can give it to Goodwill. Hopefully someone else needs it, can use it. And
Sounds
I'm just
like good. Yeah. it's
And
all
I'm
good.
just so excited because, yeah, again, lots of turmoil was attached to these things, and spirits are attached to things. So I'm ready to get rid of it.
Sounds excellent.
Say hi, Papa.
Hi.
Your good and your mercy endureth. Woo! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is all the stuff I'm taking home. And then I have my Mima and Papa's car, my mom's car, BJ's car, and we are all going to Goodwill to take everything else. So everyone else's car is filled with stuff. So I'm just grateful, you know, just to be able to do this. Thanks for coming along this ride with me. I just made it home and I brought everything inside. I already put some of the stuff up, but I just want you to know I am very exhausted, but I'm just gonna keep moving and keep going. Tomorrow is my rest day, so I really want to just relax. It's my Sabbath, go to church, and just do nothing, because this upcoming week is Christmas and I'm gonna be working the entire week other than Christmas Day. And in healthcare, it's pretty busy, and I'm a nurse educator, so I travel to different hospitals to teach patients how to administer their medication. So whenever they get home, they know what to do. And because it's the week of Christmas, everybody is going to be trying to leave the hospital, which everybody's going to try to be leaving the hospital, which is understandable. So I'm just preparing for that and really trying to prioritize resting no matter what. And I just want to say what a blessing it is. I was just sitting in the car thanking the Lord and just filled with so much gratitude for everything he's brought me through. Leaving that public storage unit was such a breath of fresh air, and I say that because when I first got to that unit, it was when I had my black eye, and it was one of the darkest moments of my life. It was one of the hardest moments of my life to have to pack up everything, move it 4 hours, and it just, everything was happening so fast. And then moving across the country to Boston, one, because I believe God set me up with a job, and then two, I was just filled with so much fear because I thought this person was going to come after me. But I'm just grateful for how much peace I have, and the fact that I literally told you guys that I was gonna do it by myself. I called my mom, asked for help. She literally brought the whole team, the whole family. I didn't have to do much of anything other than sort my stuff. And so what a blessing it is to have a supportive family right down the street. I remember when I lived in Boston and Seattle and I missed my family, I didn't even have the money to come and fly down to Texas. And so I just prayed and I wished that I could see them, and I couldn't. And so I realized today that I'm living in an answered prayer to be able to call my mom to ask her for help, and that I have a mom who is willing to help me. I have a family that is willing to help me and support me. And it's just such a blessing, because that would have taken me hours. Like I wouldn't have even finished today if I would have did it by myself. But the Lord provides. He provides. See, we think we know how it's gonna go, but we don't. And today was a perfect example of me having my own plan of, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go on my own. Let me just tell my mom to hold myself accountable. And then boom, everything changed. And so I just really hope this inspired you in some way. I don't know.
It is so that I
really need your help. God led me to create a faith-based business where we have Christian journals that are meant to bring you closer to the person that he destined you to be, which means you do it in relationship with him. And so we have been looking at adding new products to our business, like notepads for productivity and just regular notebooks so that you can carry them with you everywhere. And so I really need your help in choosing what size notebook you would prefer. I have 3 size options that I want to go through and ask you about. So we'll go, this one's 1, this one's 2, this one's 3. This is number 1, and as you can see, this is like a full-length regular size notebook that you can use. Option number 2, this one is shorter in width and length, and so I really like this one because it's a really good size, but it's still small enough to travel and take with you everywhere. And then this is option number 3. This one is the smallest one, and I really do like this one, but I just want to know, what is your preference pertaining to size? Do you like option number 1, option number 2, or option number 3? Today is day 3 of our physical and digital reset. So as you know, I have been spreading things out across a few days because trying to get it all done in one day is very overwhelming, and I don't want to be stressed out or burnt out and just not do it. So we're going to take it easy and just get it done. So whether you're doing this before 2025 or you're starting in 2025, it is not too late. And I'm just so grateful because I got the most amazing news, which was that the journals are arriving in 1 week. If only you knew the amount of time that I've been waiting on these journals to arrive, let alone just to have like a whereabouts, like where are they? But the Lord has given me the strength and the patience and the wisdom to wait, and it has allowed me to learn so many lessons just pertaining to just trusting in him and believing in him and figuring out like, what do I need to learn through this tough circumstance. So as you saw me doing, I was recording some video footage asking the community what they want pertaining to a notebook size. And so I'll ask you too, what do you think? We're looking at releasing 2 new products, which is a notepad for productivity. So I'll ask those questions later, and then just a regular notebook. And so my thoughts were to choose between these 3 sizes. So this is option number 1. This is just like a normal notebook that you would use in school. This is option number 2. I really like this one because it's a really good size and it still gives you a lot to write while being able to just stick it in your purse or your bag. And this is option number 3. So this option is the smallest one, and I really like it because it's just cute and you can still write a lot, but you just have to be careful because I honestly have huge handwriting. And just what I've noticed is like, these are my 2 favorite sizes. So I really need your help on what you would prefer. I'm really leaning towards the PU leather as far as the material because I love how it's still hard, but it's bendy and I can just do whatever I want with it. And so yeah, I would really love your help in choosing, if you could let me know in the comments. But I'm really excited because it is time for this digital refresh. Christmas just ended. I cleaned out my storage, so I have a lot of things that I took home from the storage unit. And then I also have like presents and gifts from Christmas. So that is something that I want to tackle today. I want to deep clean my entire house, and I really want to finish this digital reset. I haven't gone through my phone at all. The computer, we did that together and I got a good chunk done, but as long as I could sit for another like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I feel like I could knock that entire thing out because I just want things to be so organized that I don't even have to think about it next year of like, where is this file? Where's that file? Like, I know where it is, and it just helps pertaining to editing and whatnot. So I'm really excited to get into that. And like I told you before, my phone needs a refresh, and I'm just ready to organize my pictures, whether it's an edited photo, non-edited photo. After I actually organize it, I will show you how I organize it, or maybe I'll just pop up some tips on the screen on how you can do it. But anyways, let's get started. I'm actually gonna post this video on my TikTok. We currently have 30,000 faces, so thank you so much. And just so you know, this is just an update. I know we're supposed to get to cleaning, but I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while. And then I also am going to be posting on my podcast page. So if you didn't know, I do have a podcast. It's called Best Believe. We've had the YouTube page for a while, but I wasn't consistent and I was too scared to talk in front of the camera. So I had the camera like the side of my face. And so you'll see just the progression of how God has just worked through me and given me the confidence to keep going. But anyways, let's get to it. I'm gonna post this video and then we're just gonna, not a lot of talking today. It's gonna be lots of music and just knocking it out. So make sure you put on your 2025 reset routine playlist, put on a sermon, put on whatever it is that's gonna help you keep going and just give you some energy to, you know, do everything we need to do. I'm actually gonna make my purple tea and greens because I didn't have any today. And let's knock this stuff out. I'm gonna put a timer on my iPad and you can also get this timer. It is called Zen Flip Clock and it's really cool because it lets you do the aesthetic timers. I don't know what I just pressed. Oh, I clicked stopwatch. And I love this because it has an aesthetic clock. What you could also do is put a timer. You can just search in YouTube aesthetic timer and it'll do like a countdown and it'll be kind of like a competition that you have with yourself. Like, can I get this done in 1 hour? Which I may try that pertaining to the digital reset. And then we're just gonna knock things out. So let's get to it. Option number 2. I just finished posting the video for TikTok. Honestly, I have this like internal struggle of not wanting to post something because I know it's like not the best quality that it absolutely could be. And that's just something I'm working on. You know, when my camera got stolen, God had to, you know, fix my heart posture and my mind. And that's because I put so much, like, I placed my camera in a place of like, this is what's gonna take me to the next place. And so not having that, right now I'm using my mom's camera to film this, so I'm very thankful for that. But he just fixed my heart posture pertaining to content. And so while I see people posting with camera qualities and things like that, I have to remember not to compare myself to others. And I have to just focus on me and Jesus, and just know that it will come and it's all in God's timing. And whether I have a camera or just my phone, the video itself is what's anointing. It's the person that's anointed, and God has given me the grace to do this and the anointing and the favor to do this. And this is just something that I have to remember. Look at the light shining through as I'm talking about this. Hey God. This is just something I have to remember as I'm posting, and just knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect. And this is something that I've talked to you in the content creator lessons that I even teach people. And sometimes I have to get myself in check, like just post the video. It may not be exactly how you want it, but you just gotta do it. And there are ways to, you know, get better every single time, which is my focus. And I have another video that I really would like to edit really fast before I get into cleaning the house and whatnot. So this video may lead into the evening time, which is totally fine. We're gonna get this done today. There's one more video that I really want to knock out and get done in post now that I know that the journals are actually going to be here on January 3rd. And if you haven't got yours, what are you doing? Come on, you got to grab one. It's definitely going to help you on your journey. And I'm just so grateful that I get to be able to provide this to you. Like, these journals are so beautiful and they're aesthetic, but beyond what they look like on the outside, they're like 10 times more valuable on the inside. This is what our normal page looks like. And I actually just wrote this whenever I was listening to the sermon. I'll pop up a picture on the screen of what I said, but I'm just really grateful that God allowed me to bring this to you. It's just the most amazing thing to turn your idea into reality. And so also, if you need one-on-one coaching on how to do just that, I offer that, and I would love to coach you into whether it's creating your own product, just doing better on social media, maybe you want to release a course or a digital product. Like, I've done all of those things and I would love to help you do that. So let's make this drink. We're going to edit this video and then we'll go straight into cleaning the desktop since we'll already be there. Challenges in meeting after realizing how I have been clearing out my photos for a very long time and I'm not even close to being done. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But I did start with 7,000 screenshots. I am now at 4,500. So that's like 2,500 shorter than what I had. So that's really good. And I think it's just taking a while because I'm having to go through each one to see if I really want it, if I don't want it. And I'm also trying to like sort it out into its own folders. I went ahead and went inside of my videos and my pictures and I got somewhat overwhelmed because of the amount of videos that I have, which are 10,000. And a lot of this footage, some of it's edited, some of it's not, some of it is for my business, some of it's just for B-roll. And so having to organize all of it will make my life so much easier, but at the same time I'm having to like keep myself from being overwhelmed with the amount of actual footage that is there. And so I'm really like happy that I'm doing this, because if I don't do it, it's just gonna be something that is like lingering in my mind. I'm really tired of sitting here, so what I'm gonna do is finish up unpacking the things from my storage unit. So I have 2 suitcases full and I just have some shoe boxes that I'm gonna put inside of the closet. So you and me, we cleaned my closet out already, so I'm not about to just throw it in there. I want to make sure that I have a spot for every single thing. And I'm just like so ready to be the organized girly that I was destined to be. My whole entire life I've been such a mess, like cluttered. I wouldn't say dirty, but just like cluttered. So like there were just a bunch of things in one place, like stacks of mail, or just being lazy and not putting it in the right space, in the right spot. And so that's just, of course, one of my goals this year is to just make sure that I'm picking up after myself. And so in our 2025 plan video, we're going to talk about systems that we're setting in place to ensure that the output, aka the clean home, is what we get, versus saying my goal is to keep my house clean and then we clean up and then we accomplish the goal, but then it goes right back to being dirty. We want to make sure that we're picking up after ourselves and just doing the things that are going to change the end result. I know there's probably some of you who are watching who are going to be watching this in the new year, or maybe in 2 years, who knows. Like, it's okay if you don't get it done when you thought that you would. It's the point that you're doing it, and you should be proud of yourself for getting it done, even if you feel like you didn't do it the right way, or you didn't do it when you feel like it should be done, what you should be proud of is the fact that you're doing it in general, and God is giving you the grace to do it. And this is when you can really sit with him. Like, I was looking through my old pictures, like trying to delete things, and it just made me feel so emotional and grateful for the things that he has brought me through. Like, I saw a text message that I had sent right when I went through domestic violence. It was right after, and I was supposed to go on a trip, but I had a black eye, I had bruises all over my body, and I felt really discouraged, and I didn't want to go because I didn't have confidence. And so I received some advice from someone to say, just tell your friends how you feel. And so what I did was I sent a text message, I'll pop it up on the screen, and I basically just told her, like, hey, I lack a lot of confidence. I don't have many clothes right now, and I just don't feel good in the skin that I'm in because I have so many bruises all over my body. And I told them like what I needed from them. And so when I went, I didn't have this like pressure of needing to fake it. Like, that was a pivotal moment in my journey, is being honest about where I was, telling the people who I was about to be around where I was, so that they had that understanding. And when I went on this trip to Costa Rica with a black eye, first of all, there were so many people who made comments at me, not my friends, but just random people who would make jokes at me like, oh, you didn't get hit by a man, did you? Or just like making like derogatory comments at me because of the bruise on my eye. And then it was kind of hard for me. Not kind of, it was hard for me because of the comments people were making, and it just made me feel worse than I already did. But when I got to Costa Rica, I felt the Lord's presence, and he showed himself to me in so many different ways that I couldn't deny. I remember one night I was bawling my eyes out. Everyone went to go do what they were doing, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay here because I can't. I wasn't able to do anything that caused me to have adrenaline, if that makes sense. So zip lining, things of that nature. Like, I told them that I cannot do that. Like, my nervous system can't take any of that right now. So I remember crying one night in the hot tub, and I look up in the sky and I see stars in the shape of a smiley face. And I know that sounds ridiculous and impossible, but God does the impossible, and he showed me like that was him there with me that night, in a moment when I felt alone, in a moment when I didn't feel like my life was gonna get any better. And look at me now. So to be able to see that screenshot on my phone is just like, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. God just works so many wonders. And if you're questioning if God can really do it for you, I'm here to tell you that he can. He can do it for you. I am not the only one. And sometimes I just sit and I'm just like, God, thank you for choosing me. Thank you for saving me, because you didn't have to. I don't deserve any of this. And yet you chose me to be one of the vessels you speak through. You chose me to start a business to help your daughters. And I just have to remember, like, I can't do any of this by myself. I'm not in this by myself, but the reality is that I cannot do this by myself. I cannot do this if I am not in his presence, if I am not seeking his word, if I am not intentional about the relationship that I have with him. Because if I try to do it in my own strength, nothing would be done. Someone asked me the other day, how do you do it all? How do you work? How do you have a business? How do you do content? Like, how are you doing all of this? And I'm like, for one, I'm not doing it. The Lord's doing it. Two, I've been given the grace to do this. This is what I was born to do. And also, he has built up my capacity to be able to handle what I'm dealing with right now. When I first went through what I went through, I wasn't able to even walk to the desk out of the fear that I wasn't going to be capable, and I had fear that and I just didn't feel worthy, and I didn't feel like I could do it. And so I would cry even at the thought of having to sit down at a desk and think about something else other than the trauma and the pain and the burden and the weight that I carried and that I felt in my heart. So to know that you guys see what I would say is a harvest, no one saw me planting those seeds where I had to literally crawl every single day to even just live. I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't. So for someone to ask me that, it just shows me the grace and the goodness and the mercy of our one and only God. Because I couldn't have gotten here without him. And if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't show up every day. I literally wouldn't. I do what I do out of knowing that it's bigger than me, out of knowing that he validates me and he calls me to do it. And so if you feel like you just don't know how this year is going to turn out, that's okay. I don't even know how this year is going to turn out. That's what's so cool, is that we have a God who directs our steps and has a plan for us, and he shows us where we need to go. We just have to have faith. And while yes, we're walking blind, we also have the trust and the belief that he's going to take care of us and he knows what's best for us. So while yes, you may have to make some sacrifices this year, while yes, you may not like the decisions that you have to make, and while yes, it may be uncomfortable, it is gonna work for your good. And I don't even know why I'm going down this whole tangent right now, but this is just to give you some love and encouragement that you can do this. You can do this. So anyway, I say that to say I'm ready to go finish cleaning up, and then hopefully within the next day or two we can finish this digital reset. And I know that this is going to be a very long vlog, so I hope that you stick around, because we are literally doing this together, and I want it to feel like you're literally my friend that I'm FaceTiming right now. I'm just talking on the phone, because this is how I get with my friends. I'm literally just like going down this path of like, oh my gosh, this is what the Lord said, this is what I saw. Okay, anyway, let's get to it. This is zero sugar 7-Up. I took this from my mom's house, so I don't know where she got it.